It's real out here, y'all. Welcome to this hole. When no depth is too deep, this where the woke stay woke and the sleepers can't sleep. I got some real disturbing shit to get to. I'm sure all y'all done heard about. Cookie, you heard about it. We was talking about it. The most recent shooting in Shreveport. Rest in peace to them babies, first and foremost. Where 8 people, y'all. 8 people was killed. How many people shot?
8 kids. Oh, shot was what, 12?
12 people shot. All right, let's break down what we know about that. What happened? What could have been prevented? What led up to it? What was all involved with it? And what people, like what we think about it as opposed to what people think about it too. So anyway, I'm gonna say this right now because we on the road doing this one, and this couldn't even wait. This couldn't wait, so we had to go ahead and get the idea out about how we feel about it, how everything that happened with it played out. How it's just some stuff that just don't sit right. But go ahead and break this down, what you know about what happened, and I'm just gonna touch on it because right now that hit different.
All I know it was a man who clearly has some issues.
Shamar Elkins.
Yeah, he was 31 and he went and shot both his wife and his girlfriend, and then killed 8 kids. Seven of his own kids.
7 of his own kids and another relative he killed. Mm-hmm. But the women, the people he wanted to kill didn't die, right?
No.
So he didn't kill his girlfriend and he didn't kill his wife. All right. And from what we know, what led up to this? Like
I think they were going to divorce. They were supposed to go to court the next day.
Okay. For
a divorce, I think.
Okay, so they supposed to get divorced, but he had already warned her, right? From what we found out, he warned her like if anything ever happened, that he was gonna kill everybody, right? He warned that he would kill everybody.
Yeah, he said it, but they said she didn't take it serious. Because I think that was years, prior.
Yeah, and so where we found out where he got the gun from?
What's the man named Charles Ford?
Somebody named Charles Ford.
Who now is facing time.
Up to 15 years? Being charged with being a felon that was in possession of the gun. Okay, let's look at this whole shit. Let's analyze it, you know what I mean? Like I said, rest in peace to them babies.
Yeah.
But, so he got mad. He went to a completely different location and he shot his girlfriend or his former wife, right? He shot both of them, right?
Well, one was at that house, and then I think he went to the house where one was with the kids, and then killed all the kids and
what about the survivors? There was some survivors, right?
Yeah, from jumping off the roof.
Yeah, so a lady survived from jumping off the roof.
Yeah,
a 12-year-old little girl survived from jumping off the roof. And who else survived? Wasn't it 4 survivors? It's 12 people
so
shot?
both of the moms.
Oh, yeah, both of the moms. There
and
we go.
Then what is probably another adult.
So his baby mom survived, and his wife survived. His ex-wife survived. Okay. All right. So I take it that the baby mom and the ex-wife was close or whatever, right?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, because I don't know how they would be close.
Because they had to be, okay.
They got kids around the same age, right? It had to be
And this my thing.
Going in between them.
This my thing. The man going through something. The man mental. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? He throw it off. He ain't right. We already see that because he already gave the warning sign that he'll kill his whole family, and that he did do.
Nobody really believe in something like that. Who?
I don't know, but ain't no man just gonna threaten to kill his whole family if he ain't gonna. If he don't in his heart.
If he want to scare the woman into not leaving him and dealing with his bull.
Okay, I can get that. I can get that on the level. But there's plenty of people out here who go around saying what they mean and meaning what they say, and he just so happened to be one of them people. The man, he attempted to put down his baby mother and his wife. Now, he shot one of them in the nose, right? Mm-hmm. So these was face shots he was taking.
Yeah, and he shot all the kids in the head, too.
And he shot kids in their sleep.
Yeah.
In their sleep. So this not only I'm done with you, I'm done with this family, I'm done with this kids. So why would you think that he would do something like that? Is it so he spared the kids from trauma, or is it to prove his point? Or, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like a man who go out here and he's trying to kill so he had to think he killed his wife. He had to think he killed his girlfriend. He had to think he killed them to move on to the kids. So you catch the baby sleeping. Now let me take a moment with this one though. This mental man catch the baby sleeping, and he decide he gonna kill the babies in the sleep. Now we know the kids ain't done nothing to you. The kids ain't divorcing you. You know, mom divorced you. I don't know what was going on in their relationship. If it was, you know what I'm saying, some infidelity that led up to this. If it was some. Yeah, it gotta be something. He what?
7 kids and they similar. All those kids was young.
I mean, I ain't talking about that. Like if it was somebody cheating. That's what I mean. So how do you know him? You got no. You just jumping right there.
Well, he in between them and got kids close in age.
Oh yeah,
so
with
he
both
gotta
their moms.
yeah.
Well, let's look at this right here. I ain't taking up for that mental man on no type of level. Let's look at it like this right here.
Definitely have.
What stemmed to make this man? What stemmed from this whole situation to make this man just all out lose it? Because as far as like everything we researched and what we found on this is that it was something that was building up. It ain't like, okay, he did snap, but it ain't like he just snapped out the blue. Something happened here and there. Something triggered that man. Something triggered that man. Maybe enticing shit like where his phone calls that's triggering his stress.
What about? I mean, didn't he serve? Like he was in the military or something?
Yeah, but he was in the reserves, wasn't he? What was he like 8 years in the? From the time he was 13 and 21, that don't even count. That
it don't count. So he ain't
been in no war. He ain't did no psychological. You know what I mean?
So
he
this
did.
is. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't been to no wars. Different. Yeah, he ain't got no post. He ain't got no PSTD. So
he just had mental issues.
It's got to be because they said he had concern. Wasn't it something about him being by a school with a gun or something like that?
I think he got in trouble a couple times before. And they just gave him like probation, but he had like a gun by a school or something.
And this is my thing about that right there. You know what I mean? The warning signs was there. The warning signs is
when he told the wife that
I kill y'all. I kill all y'all. Now I couldn't see me fixing my mouth to say I kill all my kids. And I couldn't even see me fixing my mouth to say I kill one of my kids. You know, because they're mine. But for a man to say that to his entire family or to a woman about his entire family, it is nothing to discredit that man about his word. That's when you take him the most serious. That's when you
get him some help.
Yeah, that's when you find a way to either get him some help he need or get the hell away from him. Because there's something inside of him that now the warning was there before the destruction. He said, I'll kill y'all, and he literally did. I mean, I don't know how he didn't not to, I ain't got to be funny with it, because this ain't the time to be funny. It's just got to be for real. He went there to kill both his kids' mothers, but they ended up surviving. Because he shot them multiple times. And they end up surviving. They got to live with that trauma. They got to live with that pain. I know that they hurting. And you just got to wonder.
Get over that.
Yeah, you got to wonder how long. And with that pain, because that ain't nothing that's just gonna go.
They probably wish they would have.
Yeah, you would wish you died.
Yeah.
You lose all them you lose your kids, you lose your baby, because this mental man is proving his point. He planned on taking everybody with him, because he didn't plan on surviving. The police killed him, evidently. But my thing is this right here. How you get to a point like that? Like how you literally get to a point like that?
I don't know how you could. I don't know how you could. I don't know what he was going through, but if he definitely should have seeked out some help.
Yeah, I mean, and this the goal right here, folks. This to tell y'all, like, when you going through something, and when something popping off in your world, you gotta be a bigger person to know that everybody not at fault, first and foremost. And there's not nothing wrong with asking for some help. And if you got somebody around you that's going through some shit, it ain't nothing wrong with talking to them and saying the shit they need to hear and letting them know that you need help. See, people too fragile when it comes to other people. Like when the ego is concerned and all that, you think you being a good friend by minding your business. No, if somebody in your world, that is your business. Somebody around you doing some ignorant shit all the time. This man got an issue with this woman. This man putting his hands on this woman. This man putting his hands on his kids and his woman. Hey, and you got a relationship with this man. That's when you step in, because if you a real man or a real woman, you gonna see something, say something. You gonna call them on their bullshit. Like, hey, look, hey, them babies don't deserve that. And nigga, you out of pocket. You out of pocket for everything you doing. But you got too many people who call themselves minding their damn business. No, if you in my world, that is my business, because you brung that shit around me. So this is how I feel about it. I feel like anytime something happen like that, you got to be a real adult in the situation, and you got to see where you apply yourself to the matter. Right? The matter at hand is that there's some bullshit going on in your world. And don't be saying that I ain't no Captain Save a Hoe. Well, you got to be something, or you're gonna be just a hoe. How's it so many times we can look around, especially it don't even matter about the race. It just matter about the whole situation. Yeah. When you find yourself knowing somebody like that, and all y'all can do is joke and say that nigga crazy, that nigga ain't gotta be crazy. You know, it's a one thing being crazy about your family, but being crazy towards your family, that's some unhealthy shit. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You go ahead and give me your feedback. Get the people the feedback you got on that.
On what you just said.
On anything, on the whole situation though.
It's a sad situation, something that shouldn't have happened. And I don't know if he had people around him that he could have talked to, but I really wish there was someone who did see the signs that he needed some help and stepped in.
Right.
That's a lot of lives lost. It's a sad tragedy.
Pointless.
Man.
Pointless.
All those lives lost, those babies' futures gone. All because somebody didn't step in and say anything and say, hey, you need to talk. Because who knows?
Yeah, for real.
If he was talking to anyone who knew what he was really dealing with.
That's the truth. And I know that a divorce is hard on a lot of people. People don't want to lose what they love, but when you kill what you love, you lose everything you love. You know?
But then with him, he knew he was going to be out of here. So he wasn't going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, but all in all, it's just the most tragic news I done had lately. It's some bullshit that we could not tiptoe around. It's something we had to speak on. That's why
unthinkable. Who would think somebody take their own kids' life? For
real, this the warning to all the people that listen to me, to my little few listeners, to the people who can talk to somebody. And this is just a valuable lesson. It's valuable pain, for real, that when you know somebody or you know of somebody and it's something that's going on and you see that it ain't right, don't be that person that's scared to see something, say something, holler at somebody, let them know, listen, you know, I'm here for you. Call them out on their bullshit, call them out on their wrong. Don't be fearful. You know, you got to give a person the truth, because when you give people the truth, they start to understand things in a better light.
And they may be, sorry to cut you off, but they may be upset with you, but they'll respect you at the end of the day, knowing that you really care about them and you're willing to speak your mind, even if they gonna be mad at you.
That way, it's too much going on for people to not be able to. Look, we're in 2026 right here, y'all, and the days is still spinning, the clock counting down and all of that. So while everybody living their life, you got to be standing on business. And when I say standing on business, you got to be in this world, you know, not being this person that's of this world. Don't be these people that's caught up in too much of this propaganda, too much of this social media to be a real person, to be a real human being. Stop being self-centered. Stop always being selfish. Be selfless. Talk to other people. Communicate with people. Go ahead and bond. Go ahead and get yourself right mentally so you can help somebody else mentally. Go ahead and prepare yourself right in the heart so you can be righteous. That way you can deliver a righteous message. That way you can go ahead and get some understanding to somebody so they have an overstanding, then they get an understanding. Until then, shit, we lose out.